welcome back to yet another dazzling new episode of Bedazzled with me, Zora Amin. So Eid is around the corner and I'm sure everyone's busy shopping and prepping and gearing up for the long weekend. But post the pandemic, iftar gatherings have been keeping us occupied with friends and family, and none of the iftar gatherings are complete without the Hot Pack range of products. And I'm here at the Hot Pack store as we speak, so how about we take a quick look? There's such a variety of products over here. I mean, I'm seeing things that I didn't even know I needed. Colored straws, tissue paper, the cups, like cups of every size. I mean, you don't even realize the products that you use on a daily basis unknowingly. Like, आपको पता भी नहीं है आप वो product use कर रहे हो. So Hot Pack is like everywhere in your life, every day of your life. And I think it's just amazing how one store covers literally everything that you need. I mean, this place is so amazing, especially if you have like birthday parties or any kind of festive occasions coming up. Like, look at these cute cupcake holders, or this. It's a cake decorating kit which has like 288 pieces. I mean, इससे ज़्यादा क्या चाहिए होगा? I would get lost in just one kit. So I think it's full of everything that you need for every occasion in your life. Wow, I mean, look at the color. It's neon, bright neon green and orange. And they're of different sizes and designs as well. I mean, I think it's a kitchen lover's paradise here. सब कुछ उठाना है, सब कुछ चाहिए. Okay, so I'm at this very cool section, which is, full of dessert serving cups and bowls. And this is like a nice pack, which has mini bowls and mini forks. And I picked something really cool up here. I want to show you that. Check this out. These are called chair cups. It makes your dessert look good, even if your dessert isn't good. Look at the presentation. How cool is that? I like how it's not just, kitchen related products. Check this out. This is an entire party section. You have cake toppers, spoons, bowls, party poppers, birthday banners. It's anything and everything under one roof. You don't even need to go to 2-3 different places. You have your kitchen products, your party items, everything all under one roof. It saves so much of your time, and that is fantastic. So picture this scenario. You have a party at your place. You picked up all the party supplies from here, and then you have to prepare for, the cakes and all the serving platters. You picked up all of that from the kitchen supplies. The party's over and you've made a mess out of your house. You have literally everything to clean the mess up as well, like fabric softeners, glass cleaners, hand wash, tissue paper, name it and you have it all. So matlab, it's, a package all under one roof, all in one. Name it and you have it all. So there's also an entire range of biodegradable cutlery. I mean, spoons, forks, plates, knives, everything. It's all made of sustainable material, which, I think will make you feel good even after you've eaten all that food. So this is your cue to head to the nearest Hot Pack store and pick everything you need. So while I'm here checking out the store and their range of products, how about we bring you some entertainment? The maestro and living legend Ilya Raja was in town, and here's what went down at his concert.
நீதான் பூவே காதல் தீவே
வாலிபத்தின் மன்னதன் லீலைகளின் மன்னபன் ராத்திரியின் சந்திரன் ரசிகைகளின் இந்திரன் நானாலும் ஆட்டம் பாருங்கள் நிலவே கூறுங்கள்
புது ராகத்தில் மெட்டுக்கட்டு கோழி மேளம் கொட்டு இந்த ராசாவின் நெஞ்ச தொட்டு
தினராவெல்லாம் தாளம் தட்டு
So we also had the electrifying duo Vishal Shekhar perform at the Jubilee Park. Let's have a look at that as well.
Everybody get your hands up, come on! देखो है शाम बड़ी दीवानी धीरे धीरे बन जाए ना कोई कहानी मेरे दिल की ये दुआ है कभी दूर तू न जाए तेरे बिना हो जीना वो दिन कभी ना आए तेरे संग जीना यहाँ तेरे संग मर जाना है जिंदगी माना दर्द भरी फिर भी इसमें ये चाहत भी है मैं हूँ तेरा और तू है मेरी यूं ही रहे हम ये चाहत भी है
The India Pavilion at the Expo 2020 held a media and entertainment fortnight, inviting speakers from across the Indian media, including the Union Minister of Info and Broadcasting and the ever so charming Ranveer Singh. Dancers across borders spoke about their team and their trip last week. Let's follow them on their journey to Kerala. Our expert Vidya is back this week with some insightful tips on how to keep a check on your weight.
Hello everyone. So the last few weeks I've been talking to you about how to use the power of your mind to reduce weight. Our first guest is Prerna Gupta. She has a BSc in nutrition and a master's in dietetics and food service management. She's over 8 years experience in various hospitals and wellness centers across India and Dubai. Welcome Prerna to Bedazzled.
Thanks Vidya for inviting me here.
As you know already, I work with clients where I help them to reduce weight using the power of the mind. But from my own experience, I know that it's very important to eat healthy to keep the weight forever. So we would love to hear from you some insights on how important it is to eat healthy.
Very true, Miss Vidya. Eating healthy is very important, especially for the weight loss patients, because they are Googling it, they are reading the new type of diets like keto diets, Atkins diets, low carb diet. There are so many diets nowadays. They just find it and they start following those. They may lose weight with those diets, but the problem is with these diets, they lose essential nutrient as well, which leads them other conditions like, they feel like hair fall or maybe some dull skin, constipation, and many more, like small things they are finding out with these type of diet. Because you cannot follow kind of keto diet like a fried foods every time, and it's not a long lasting one as well, because you may follow the diet for a 1 month, 2 months, afterwards you cannot follow this type of diet for a whole life.
Oh yeah, absolutely, I agree with you Prerna. I have been doing that on and off, So we discussed about eating healthy, right? When you talk about eating healthy, it also comes to the mind, like there are some superfoods and those kind of healthy foods. But what is the amount of food that we have to eat? Because sometimes people think, okay, I can eat almonds. That means like I can't eat almonds all my, the whole day eating only that.
Exactly, true. So this is very good to know about the healthy foods and superfoods for yourself. But of course, along with that, you should know the quantity, the portion of that size. Like if you are having almonds, so it should be 4 to 5 or maximum 6 pieces. And also the quantities depend on every individual.
Right.
Because every individual requirement is different. Male requirement is different, female requirement is different. Quantities always depend on their requirements.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that's where the one size fits all doesn't work, right?
Exactly, very true.
Because before, I remember even some of my clients who have come to me, they have tried all these kind of diets, and it's, for example, if you're an Indian, you're used to certain kind of food, like you're okay with that. If you suddenly ask them to move to only salads, it
they
doesn't
cannot
really work
opt
with them.
it off. Especially Indians, we love to eat cooked food. If you will give us salad, so
Absolutely.
they can't live on the salad for a long time, maybe for a couple of days or weeks, but not more than that.
Absolutely agree. Yes. Yeah, I think that you raised a very important question, because I think food is also very cultural, right? Like when we are, and that comes from an RTT perspective, I can agree very well, because what we are used to when we are a child, what food we are used to, that's what for the mind that's familiar.
Yes.
So the mind actually accepts that food, though sometimes it may not be good for us, but the mind likes that food and actually digests the food pretty well.
Yes.
So I want to know more about what do you do when a client comes into your office, and how do you manage the weight reduction for them?
So when clients comes to us, first we will check their body composition. So we check how much fat they are having inside the body, how much muscles they are having, and where the fat has accumulated, maybe on the belly area, maybe on the thighs, maybe on the arms area. So we need to know very well where the fats are accumulated. And then we are checking their blood test reports if they have done. If not, we suggest them to do the blood test like a vitamin or diabetes profile, thyroid profile, just to make sure they don't have any deranged parameter.
Right.
And if they have, so we can correct it with the foods. As well as we do DNA test.
Okay, that's
Because
interesting.
every person has a different gene. So maybe carbohydrate suits to me, but not for you as per your genetic.
Absolutely.
So we club all these details and we plan a meal for the clients, and then we provide them, we make them understand how much portion and what they need to eat. Let's say, I'll give you one example. Let's say in the morning breakfast, I gave dosa. So dosa should be 50 gram and 1 medium size. So they will be aware, okay 50 gram, they don't have a headache to measure it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a medium size. So they know, the medium size.
Right.
So that's why we gave the both quantity. It's very customized plans, so patient can follow easily, because maybe you don't like cucumber and I do prescribe you cucumber, you will not eat. Maybe one day you pushed yourself on
Absolutely, you're
to, but later no. So it's very customized base plan.
I mean, I really like the approach because from what I've hear from you is that it's a very scientific approach, right? Because generally when we talk about going to a nutritionist, we think about like, okay, they're just going to give us a meal plan, some foods that I don't really like and I'm forced to eat. But
Yes.
from what I hear, I think this kind of again works very well with what I do, because the mind understands when there is logic. So when you're doing it scientifically with the blood test and the DNA test, so you actually know what your body requires. There's like a body need analysis is done, and then based on that, a specific meal plan is prepared.
Exactly.
And I think with clients, you'll also get a buy-in here, right? Like, because they are willingly agreeing to the kind of food that you're giving. It's not something you're giving for everybody the same kind of food.
Yes, it's not for the same for everyone. It's every individual is different. Every
Absolutely.
individual choices are different. Some has allergy, some has
Yes,
don't
exactly.
have allergy. So we do prescribe, as per their likes, dislikes.
Definitely, and also like the portion size that you said, because I've seen myself, like I've seen some of my relatives when the doctor or the nutritionist said like you have to have 2 rotis, they make it as big as possible and then have the 2 rotis,
Yeah.
right? So then again the portion size is like, by just saying number, people can actually misuse it
True.
for their own.
Because different, like let's say if somebody says like 1 bowl, so maybe your bowl is bigger than my house
Exactly.
bowl. So it's different. So better to give the both quantity, so it will be
Yeah.
easy for the clients.
Great. It's lovely to talk to you and understand all this from a very nutrition perspective. So thanks for sharing all your knowledge with us.
Thank you, Vidya.
So after Pushpa and RRR, here's another storm that set the Indian box office on fire. That and more with Santosh on Watch Me If You Can.
Welcome to Watch Me If You Can. This is Santosh, and today we're going to be talking about South Indian films, again scoring at the box office very highly after the humongous success of Pushpa Part 1, The Rise, and RRR, of course, which is still running successfully in theatres. Now we have KGF Part 2, and we also have Beast. So let's start with KGF pehle, because this is a sequel to the super success Part 1. Kolan Goldfields, that's what KGF stands for. And whoever has seen Part 1 have been eagerly waiting for Part 2. A lot of people, the industry, have labeled it The Storm is Coming. मुझे पर्सनली पार्ट 1 इतनी अच्छी लगी नहीं, बिकॉज इतने सारे स्लो मोशंस हैं, एक्टर के इतनी बार एंट्री होती है कि वो सब आप माइनस कर दोगे तो आधे घंटे में फिल्म खत्म हो जाएगी. बट दैट इज़ माई ओपिनियन. बाकी लोगों को अच्छी लगी. सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट पार्ट 2. So KGF Part 2 is again directed by Prashant Neel. It's the story of Rocky Bhai, how he's rising to ranks and powers, and how he's confronted by his worst possible nemesis, played by Sanjay Dutt, making his debut in Kannada films. And the film also features Raveena Tandon. So it's out and out action. It's 2.5 hours of non-stop entertainment. There are not many songs as popular as Part 1, but the cinematography, the technical superiority of the film is so good, and it's outshone Part 1 so much that as we speak, the film has raked about 312 crores in the world box office. तो आप लोग चाहिए तो सिनेमा में जाके देखिए, वरना 1-2 महीने रुक जाइए, Amazon प्राइम पे आएगी, फिर देख लेना. So after Kannada, let's move to Tamil, another South Indian language. The film is Beast, featuring the superstar Vijay, directed by Nelson, who earlier made the immensely popular Coco, featuring Nayanthara. So this film has Vijay. It marks the debut of Pooja Hegde in Tamil. It also has Yogi Babu in a small brief role. What's the film about? It's about an army officer who is forced to retire from his duties because of an accident, and he works as a security guard in a mall. And the day he goes to the mall is hijacked by terrorists. Coincidentally, the same terrorist he wanted to kill in Afghanistan. So cat and mouse game ensues. Entire premise of the film is based in that mall, how he rescues the hostages. That's what the story is about. We expected a lot more from Nelson, because Coco was a dark comedy and it was very, very popular, well received. But this is where, when an actor takes over a script and thinks that he can do it better, this is what goes wrong. So Beast doesn't live up to the mark in terms of the story and content. You have suddenly jets flying out from nowhere, all that sort. But the film is mainly popular because of the Arabi Kutu song, which has been trending. It's raked over 40 million views on YouTube. और ये मूवी देखनी है तो रुक जाइए थोड़े दिन. I wouldn't recommend going spending money on cinemas. Wait for the OTT. अब बात OTT की निकली है तो let's talk about Netflix. It featured Abhishek Bachchan's latest film 10वीं, produced by Dinesh Vijan, who has brought us the Hindi medium and Angrezi medium series. And what a wonderful film, 10वीं. Abhishek Bachchan is back like never before. He plays Gangaram Chaudhary, an illiterate politician who is sent to jail because of education scam. He asks his wife, played by Nimrat Kaur, to replace him temporarily as a proxy CM. But she suddenly has tasted blood, so she now grows in power. He is in prison, and the jailer of the prison is Yami Gautam, who he had Abhishek Bachchan, that is Gangaram Chaudhary, had transferred. So she's the jailer and he is under her supervision. So he wants to do his 10th, यानी 10वीं. उनको करना इसलिए था क्योंकि जो पढ़ते हैं उनको जेल के कामों से छुट्टी मिल जाती है. So he uses this as an excuse, but then he understands a lot of things. Then education helps him to grow as a person. So he starts learning, and how the rest of the film progresses, that's what the story is about. Chitranjan Bhatt plays a very quirky character, a highly educated PA who runs Man Friday errands for the CM's office. Manu Rishi plays a wonderful cop, a very endearing role. The film is very, very, very nice. Abhishek Bachchan is in top form. I've seen it twice myself. Do give it a watch. It's out on Netflix.
The batsman hit the ball for a 6.
ये एक्टिव वॉइस. इसकी पैसिव वॉइस क्या होगी?
The ball was hit for a 6 by the batsman.
Ranveer loves Deepika.
Everybody loves Deepika.
फिल्मों की बात हो गई तो let's talk about a web series. So there's a series called Mai, featuring Sakshi Tanwar as the title role, Mai, meaning mother. The story essentially is about parents grieving the loss of their only daughter, but there's more than meets the eye. So it's not just an accident, there is a sinister plot behind it. And इसके बाद क्या होता है in a 6-part series. Each of the episodes is about 50-55 minutes long. The series brings back a lot of good actors. Vivek Mushran, Vamika Gabbi from Punjabi films, she plays the daughter, Supriya Chaudhary. And it also features Raima Sen after a long time. Prashant Narayan, the eunuch, the terror from Murder 2 is back after a long time in a wonderful role. So many faces are back on screen. You also have Seema Pahwa in a small brief role. But overall, it's a very nice series. Thoda slow hai. It takes a long time to come to a point. But it's wonderful. Do give it a watch. It's a nice thriller. It's out on Netflix.
जो करना है वो तो करना है.
तो दोस्तों आज के लिए बस इतना ही. हम मिलेंगे अगले हफ्ते विद मोर रिव्यूज़ एंड डू सेंड अस योर फीडबैक यार. पता तो चले कि मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ और क्या आप सुन रहे हैं और हमारे सजेशंस फॉलो करके आप देख भी रहे हैं या नहीं, हमें बताइए ज़रूर. अंटिल देन वॉच मी इफ यू कैन.
मेरे यहाँ से जाने का तो वक्त हो चुका है. We really hope you enjoyed watching this episode. As always, don't forget to share your valuable feedback on our social media handles. But as well again, same time next week with me, Zora Amin.